And so therefore, this swap back to white that you guys did in my eyes, which is not the real one, means that you killed me before, or a child, or people who had that ability before, and then Bernard, Perlita, Dave, you faked it in. So any reality, so say if you're trying to become those people, right, and you put it, supposedly you figured it out, and you put that in your eye, David, how would you know what the reality actually looked like before, as opposed to when you get your change, when you guys supposedly do it and call it the real? You would never fucking know, because you never first experienced the first one. You saw the reality of what that may have been, but you didn't actually experience it. You guys are too busy running your comic book experiment, David. That's the reality that you and Bernard and Ellery and the 61 guy and all them live. A comic book. That's not fucking science. You applied science. You took science and said, okay, let's try to make vampire, let's try to make alien, or this or that. But that was to a known physics and a known science to Earth, not a different realm. Because if you had actually got information from another realm or piece of space, you would actually see that reflection here on the Earth as well. But we don't, because people can't even add conversation from the wiki articles that they read, or a scientific journal. They don't communicate like that yet. So what you claim, Bernard, is this superior being, you had to have taken it from somebody else first. You couldn't have just... Meaning, you took it from somebody else, like my father or Beswick, or, the Jews or the Germans or the Russians, whoever, and then you assimilated it as your own. You're basically a Borg, Bernard. You sit there and then you have a device placed inside people's heads and you speak through it, saying that's consciousness, that you're the I, when really you're nothing more than a rapist thief. So that's why I do these, so when people can go around and sit there and say, hey, look, here's this group of people who did this to us. Yeah, they're going to make fun of you, Stan, Joe, Bernard, because that's what you do, and it's a fraud. That's not Inception. That's not, it's none of this stuff that you guys are trying to copy out of movies. It makes you shills. And you guys run back and forth between the border here, this and that, testing shit out. You guys fuck up everybody's reality, so they're not allowed to do anything, but that small handful of group of you are allowed to. So you tell me why the fag community, the LGBT, is supposedly more superior, Bernard, but yet Perlita and all them don't have to take care of themselves, right? Just because you have a bigger brain and more mass doesn't mean you're smarter. Sometimes that has to mean that there's more there to actually destroy than it's actually being used, okay? And you can apply that at a lot of things, man.